Hello everyone, this is Pooka, and welcome to another game I played on the Pokemon trading card game online. The game you're about to witness is a thing of beauty. I'm going to be using my Flygon Dusknoir Ninjask deck. This will be a game from Bad Deck Monday, so this should be exciting. So, we're going to get started here. My opponent starts with a Keldeo EX. Now, normally this would be bad for a Flygon Dusknoir deck, which is a deck we've seen played a little bit. I don't think it's that great, but it is played. Basically what happens in this matchup is they just power up a Keldeo with 5 energy and then just knock you out over and over until you lose. At least that's what happens from my experience. So, that is not good. But in this version, we have Ninjask, and I just top decked that Nincada there, which will help me out quite a bit. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to Bianca for 3. I get Rare Candy, Flygon, but I decided to just pass. I can't evolve yet, it's turn 1. So as long as he doesn't get turn 2 Blastoise with 3 energy on his Keldeo, I could be just fine. And I'll have a turn 2 Flygon. Otherwise, I'm going to be in some trouble. Turn 2 Keldeo doing 110 is not cool, to put it lightly. That's not much fun to play against. So there's 1 energy. And oh, he drew 2 more energy off the 3 cards. No, my poor Trapinch. Now this is pretty devastating at this point. This is tough to come back from. You're going second, facing a turn 2 Keldeo EX with 3 energy on it. Are you kidding me? So all I can do is Skyla for a supporter. Probably going to be an N, honestly. Excuse me. And I could Rare Candy into Dusknoir, but there's no real point. And I'm actually going to go for the Dig with Nincada, and I get heads, so that is huge. Now I can just survive the turn, because on heads, Nincada does not take damage. It prevents all effects of attacks, including damage if you get heads, I think. I'm actually not sure if it prevents effects, but damage at the very least. So, the heads was huge there to keep my little guy alive. So my opponent catches up. Duskull to get around that. And really it's just time to end here. I'm down 2 prizes on the 3rd turn. Not much going my way. So I end for 6. Put down that Trapinch. And we'll put down a Duskull as well. You know, I just kind of want some stuff to sacrifice, because I'm going to Ultra Ball for my Ninjask. And we're going to see what happens, you know. Ninjask, not the greatest thing in the world, but it's pretty good against Keldeo. It does 120 for 2, and you get to switch to somebody. So, we'll see if the full strategy of my deck can be realized at some point. But for now, all I'm doing is Night Slashing with Ninjask. Which, yeah, it's not usually a good plan. My opponent ends me my 0-card hand to 6 new cards, so I am pretty grateful for that. I don't know what my opponent was doing there, but I will take it. I will not question it. I will just have fun and roll with my brand new fresh hand of 6 cards, because I was going to have to top deck out of that. So now my opponent could just knock out my Duskull, but then I just get the Night Slash and knock out his Keldeo. So he actually decides to rush in with this other Keldeo with 2 energy on it. Not sure why he wouldn't just rush in with the fresh Keldeo with no damage on it. Seems to make a bit more sense now. But whatever. So I'm gonna switch, attach to my other Nincada there, and send up Ninjask. Get another Nincada, and then next turn I'll actually have the cards to get Dusknoir out. And we'll see what happens. This could be a massive couple turns here. So we're going to Night Slash, just send up a Nincada as a sacrifice. Alright, so the plan for this deck is you use Night Slash, then you switch to Flygon, Sand Slammer, and disperse damage on your opponent's field. And then eventually you spread enough and you get out Dusknoir, and you just kind of cherry pick and knock out the things that you want to. So here, I finally get the Flygon out, and I'm going to be able to Skyla for a rare candy. This is the perk of Skyla. So I'm just going to take a look through my deck, see all the cards I need are pretty much there. Ultra Ball, going to discard a Tool Scrapper and probably the end, just because I won't want that after this turn, because we got a big turn in store. I'm going to rare candy into Dusknoir here. And you know what? We can use Sinister Hand. Now my opponent's active has a ton of damage on it, but we're going to move that to the benched Keldeo EX. Now why am I doing this? Because I can knock out both this turn. So we're going to move all the damage off of Keldeo EX, the active one, and then knock out the benched one with Sinister Hand. So I'm going to get 2 prizes right there. And then just going to keep spreading the damage out. I only need 50 on that Keldeo to knock it out with Night Slash. So we're going to move the remaining damage onto the other Keldeo EX. And yeah, I get a 4-prize turn. And just like that, he had a turn 2 Secret Sword, Blastoise, everything. And all of a sudden, little Ninjask has turned the tide of the battle. And my opponent is pretty much done for. Got the Sand Slammer going here so you can see the entire combo at work. You just Night Slash, hit your opponent's active, switch into Flygon, use Sand Slammer to do some additional damage, and then eventually just clean up with Dusknoir with Sinister Hand. This thing is beautiful when it gets going. If you can actually get everything out, it's a really fun deck to play, and works pretty nicely. You know, for a deck that looks as silly as this does, it's surprising how much these cards work together. Just the Ninjask hitting and then switching to the Flygon, who can then spread more damage. It's a neat concept, and pretty sure I'm going to win here, yeah. So I top deck a catcher so I can just bring out the Keldeo EX and win the game. I'm going to computer search just for a switch or an energy, either one works. And in just 2 turns, we took 6 prizes with Ninjask. Let that one sink in. Ninjask just dominated Blastoise Keldeo. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. It was a really quick game. I thought I was going to get destroyed by the turn 2 Keldeo EX attacking me, but nope. Never doubt the power of Ninjask, Flygon, Dusknoir. I'll see you guys for another video soon.